Okay everyone, today we're going to do exponents and logarithmic review. Um, so an exponential function is a function with ab to the power of x, log base b of x, and remember transformations, right? So we have y is equal to a log base um, b x minus h plus k, okay? Um, and that'll help you with inverse functions. It will help you with figuring out vertical shift, horizontal shift, etc. Okay, so let's look at the curves and the graphs. So when b usually has to be greater than 0. When b is greater than 1, it's a growth curve. When it's in between 0 and 1, it's a decay curve for both exponents and logarithms. Now exponent's range is y is greater than 0. Domain is x belongs to R. B is greater than 0 here again. And for log, domain and range are flipped as compared to your exponents, because basically it's the inverse of a function. There are no x-intercepts in exponents, and y-intercept is 0 comma a. Horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 0. Your logarithmic functions, domain is greater than 0, range is yer, x-intercept 1 comma 0, y-intercept there isn't one, vertical asymptote is x is equal to 0, and again this is just inverse of your exponential function. Try looking at the graph and remembering how it looks like. Now when we are finding the inverse of the function here, in this case y is equal to 2 to the power, x is equal to 2 to the power of y. When we do inverse, it's basically being reflected by x is equal to y, and that means we're just swapping x and y's position. Y goes to the power and x goes to the base. In this case, when we're converting the exponent to a log, our base will be log 2 of x is equal to y, and that is what we write it. When we do inverse of that, it's gonna be the same thing. Let's do question 31. The graph of y is equal to 3 to the power of x is reflected in the line y is equal to x. The equation of the transform graph is y is equal to log base 3 of x, y is equal to 3 log x, y is equal to 3 to the power of negative x, y is equal to 3 to the power of x. So we're reflecting it, right? Now, because it's being transformed, we need to write it in how we would write this as a log. So it's going to be log base 3 of y is equal to x. Now, because it's inversing and reflecting, we're gonna switch x and y, and that's gonna give us option A. Let's look at question 30. So the graph is given to you where b is greater than 1. That means we're talking about growth, and is translated such that the equation of the new graph is expressed as such and such. Find the range of the new function. So when we're talking about the range of an exponent, it's going to be, looking at the graph we can figure it out, but let's look at the transformation first. So y minus 2 tells us vertical stretch is up by 2 and horizontal stretch is right to the 1. And in exponents, your range is y is greater than 0, right? So in this case, because it's y greater than 0, because it's exponent, our y is up by 2. So we'll have to write it as y minus 2 greater than 0, add 2 on both sides, and we get y greater than 2, and that's how you figure out your range. Let's look at the next question. So a graph is given to us. This time it's log, and it's decay function because it's between b is between 0 and 1, and then they're asking you to find the domain. So for the domain here, you guys, we are going to look at the x value. Okay, so it's going to be, what do you guys think? Take some time. Pause the video. Is just going to be 3x plus 12 greater than 0. Subtract 12 on both sides, we get 3x minus is greater than minus 12. Divide 3 on both sides, and we get x is greater than negative 4. And that's our domain. Easy. Okay. Let's look at the next question. In this question, they have given us two graphs, f of x and g of x, where a is greater than 1. So we're talking about growth again. She also drew the asymptotes of the two graphs using the dotted line. Now, asymptote, if you guys remember, is basically a value which the graph tries approaching but never reaches. It's very close, but it never makes it. So what we'll do is we'll figure out the asymptotes for f of x and then g of x. And because g of x is your y, is your exponent, it's going to tell you your y value, and f of x is going to tell you your x value, or your vertical asymptote in this case. And for g of x, it'll be horizontal asymptote. So take some time, think about it, pause the video. So x plus 3 is equal to 0 will give us your vertical asymptote. And in this case, we are going to consider our y value, which is going to be 5. So our answer is going to be negative 3 comma 5 is our intersection point of these two asymptotes graph.